Hi there, Libra. Thank you for joining me for your monthly forecast for October. This month begins with Mercury, the planet of communication, still locked away in a rather quiet and reflective part of your scope. He's going to arrive with you on the 7th, and I think that's going to be an important springboard for you to move into the here and now. But this month begins with a new moon in your sign. Anything which you feel really passionate about is going to get a huge burst of extra energy. Now, this could be some ongoing strands. It may be that you're going to start something anew this month, or perhaps you just want to give your personal identity in terms of how you dress and your hair some kind of glamorous new makeover. Now, the desire to indulge in the good things in life is also enhanced until the 17th, with Venus making its way through part of your situation, which sees your natural love of all the good things very much emphasised. Whether it's good food, wine or clothes, then that's something that can provide some welcome relief and interludes to the more serious business at play. And this seriousness comes from the fact that this is a new moon which combines broadly with Jupiter, the planet of boundless enthusiasm, which pitched up in your sign last month for the first time in 12 years and is going to be with you for the next year. Jupiter is going to give you a feeling of invincibility, that things just have to open up in a more positive and providential way for you. But you can't be overconfident. Certainly not in the first 2 weeks of this month, because Jupiter's going to be squaring up with Mars, which may see you going so quickly that those closest to you can hardly keep up with your determination and dynamism to make some fundamental changes to your situation. Mars moved at the end of last month into your sector of emotions, family and deeply personal issues. But this is the planet of drive, and it's also the warrior planet. It could make you more defensive around your personal life this month, especially around vulnerabilities and sensitivities. It also goes alongside Pluto, deep Pluto, in week 3. And this can be fascinating in terms of any politics in your family or in terms of a very close relationship. Speaking of which, there is a full moon on the 16th in the sign of Aries, but it combines with Uranus, the planet of the unexpected, which was causing quite a lot of mischief for you for 3 years up until March of this year, in its right angle with tiny Pluto, which was off and on, and that kind of all the time was pitching you between what you wanted from your relationships and what you wanted in terms of security and what you wanted more to be a free spirit. That energy is going to be reactivated by this full moon and the fact that Mars and Uranus are going to clash in the last week of this month. I think it's important to understand that this is a very delicate time for your deepest emotions and your deepest relationships, family interactions, because your desire to have your voice heard is going to become so much greater. It really is amplified this month, particularly from the 7th when Mercury moves into your sign. Now also Venus, your ruler, is going to be moving on the 18th into the sign of Sagittarius, again giving you greater desire to communicate your message, albeit in this guise with a little bit more grace and diplomacy in the way that people are used to. But you're definitely going to have a great deal more willpower this month. It's just not pushing things so hard that some of the things you may need more than you might realise are actually going to get broken. On the 23rd and the 25th, the Sun moves into Scorpio and Mercury respectively. This is a quick transit for Mercury this month, it's true, after its very extended time in your 12th solar house, but it's immediately putting the focus in the last 10 days of this month, these two changes, on the foundations in your world in terms of just everyday finances. Now, it can also be a marker around the things that you hold dear in terms of your values. And that's very, very important, because I think this is a month when you may be reinventing yourself in some way. So that phase at the end of the month can just let the whole piece just settle a little bit if things have been stirred up. And if there has been any conflict, or there has been any awkward conversations that you've had to take on, you're going to need that period at the end of the month to try to find some kind of equilibrium, which of course is often so important to you. But with Mars and Uranus in that squabble too, if there is a relationship which throttles you emotionally, stops you being a free spirit and being true to yourself, it may be under very intense review. However, if you are footloose and fancy free, this sparkling set of influences can see you transforming your whole situation. But if you are attracted to someone, it needs to be someone who understands what makes you tick at an emotional level and in a very natural, nurturing way. Attraction and just having a partner in your life are just not going to be enough. That is the message for this month. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Good luck and goodbye for now.